In this video, I'm going to be talking about immigration, illegal immigration. During the time of Biden, Governor DeSantis stated that he would do everything to get rid of the woke agenda. And he actually did it. He put it forth and he got rid of critical race theory. He got rid of DEI within the government agencies of Florida. He would not do business with companies that wanted to do business with the government that had a DEI program. So all the woke agendas he got rid of. When it came to illegal immigration, he was like, not in Florida. And when Biden tried to send busloads of immigrants to Florida, he had them sent to Martha's Vineyard as well as to New York. I want to share a video with you, and please listen carefully to what Governor DeSantis is saying.
Immigrants make up a major source of the workforce for industries like hospitality and tourism.
Well, excuse me though. You said immigrants make up. Yes, we have legal immigrants in Florida, so you can't conflate illegal immigrants with people who are here legally. Now, I've also said we've got some big problems with some of the legal immigration programs that we have. I mean, we've seen this H-1B program, how companies will bring in H-1B, the Americans train the H-1B, and then they fire the Americans and hire the H-1B. How would that even remotely be acceptable? You have chain migration, which is not merit-based and is bringing in more distant relatives. Not what you want. So there's a whole host of issues there that need major reform. But from an immigration enforcement perspective, I mean, if somebody is here on like an H-2A visa, they are working in the state of Florida legally. And when we did E-Verify, people would say, we had E-Verify enacted, they'd say, hey, there's a busload of farm workers. I saw them on I-4. And people assume they're illegal. And then FDLE looks, they all have the H-2A visas. And so there's no enforcement if somebody is here on valid reasons. Now, it doesn't prevent us or Congress and people like me from just using my platform to say, hey, you may need to look at how we're doing legal immigration in this country, because it's not America first, the way it's going. But we do have, I think we probably have the highest foreign-born population in the country of any state. Certainly we're in the top 5 for sure. And yet, I would point out, I came in, we did sanctuary city ban. People say, oh, you can't do that. You know, we have... It was the people, the first generation, they wanted the sanctuary city ban. When we did the legal transports, the things like Martha's Vineyard, people said, oh, the Venezuelans in Miami aren't going to like that, because I guess a lot of the people that got transported to Venezuela. I go down there, these guys are high-fiving me because they think Maduro's sending undesirables to the country. So this whole idea that somehow people that are first generation do not want to see immigration enforcement, that is totally not the case. And just look at the election results in Miami-Dade County.
So you can see Donald Trump is just like Governor DeSantis as far as doing what he actually says he's going to do. Donald Trump ran on the promise of different things he was going to do as far as getting rid of overspending in the government, as well as securing the border and getting all the illegal immigrants out of the country. It's not getting rid of immigration as a whole, but it's getting rid of illegal immigration as well as securing the border, which any country should do and want to do. When you look at the policies that are currently in place when it comes to illegal immigration, it's not fair to the American people, because if they're training someone who's in this country either illegally or they're an immigrant, they should not lose their job because the company can hire someone else at a cheaper rate. That's not fair to American citizens. If that was continued to happen, what do you think? After a while, the American citizen would be more or less like the immigrants as far as having no right or having no way to support their family because they're losing their jobs and the immigrants are replacing them. So when you look at it from the other side, the people that came into this country legally and actually applied to be legal citizens of the United States, they had to be in this country, they had to have a green card, and be in this country for 5 years before they can apply for citizenship, or 3 years if they was married to a U.S. citizen. They not only have to do that, they have to take classes to learn to speak English if they don't already speak English. They have to go through classes to learn the laws of this country. They have to take the oath of allegiance. They have to be vetted to make sure they're not criminals, make sure, see what's in their background, making sure they're going to be here as a productive citizens of this country. So is it fair to them that they have to go through all this in order to become a legal citizens of the United States? Then all of a sudden, all these people come across the border and they're getting pushed in front of the people who's waiting, who they might be on year 3 and they cannot be citizens. They might be on year 4 and there's certain things that they're still, going through. They might have just paid the $700 and some, and then you got all these people that's cutting the line. All these people coming across the border, that pushes everybody back, not just American citizens losing out, but also the immigrants that's trying to come into this country the right way, they're also losing out. So when you say who voted for Trump, it wasn't just American citizens that was voting for Trump. It was legal immigrants that became citizens of this country and did not see it as being fair. I had to go through all of this to become a citizen, and you just run across the border illegally. They didn't like that either. So that's something that you need to think about. I would appreciate it if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it so this information can get around, this information can get out there, because I do feel that it's very important, because they're trying to make it seem like everyone is against illegal aliens, or we don't want them in the country, when that is not true. Everyone who came across the border legally want the same thing to happen for other people to come across the border illegally. It's not fair that any and everybody could come across the border and we don't know who's in the country. And then when they keep saying illegal aliens are not criminals, we're not saying they're criminals per se, like, violent criminals committing crime, but they did cross the border illegally. So they started off breaking the law. They started off wrong. And so all Donald Trump is doing is basically a reset. Let's go ahead and get everyone back on to their country, and if they want to come to this country, they can do it legally, they can do it the right way, and we can vet everyone, know what's going on, and they have a chance to come into this country the right way, and they don't have to be afraid, they don't have to hide out, they can just get their green cards, be here for 5 years, or if they're married to a U.S. citizen, 3 years. And that's only fair.